We are live now.
Okay, welcome. Welcome to UseR 2021, a conference for our users, developers, and promoters. We are happy to be here with all of you, a very diverse group of conference attendees from academia and industry from all corners of the world. My name is Dorothea. I'm a scientific collaborator at WSL, the Swiss Federal Institute for Landscape, Forest and Snow Research, and one of the global coordinators along with Rocio, Janina, Heather and Matt. It is our honor to present you Use R 2021, arranged by the R Foundation. This conference edition is global by design, both in audience and leadership. Leveraging a diverse set of experiences in the team has helped of experiences and backgrounds from our organizing team has helped us to make the conference accessible and inclusive in as many ways as possible. We hope this helps to grow the global community of our users, giving new talents access to this amazing ecosystem. We want to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge a group of institutions, businesses and people. First, we would like to thank COF, Swiss Economic Institute, the National Institute of Agricultural Technology in Argentina, and my own institution, WSL, for their valuable institutional support. We would also like to acknowledge our community partners, Our Ladies, Forwards, MyR, Africa R, and Latin R, and our sponsors, Epsilon, our studio, Roche, Expantia, Syncra, IISA, the R Consortium, Open Analytics, Memverge, Jumping Rivers, and Data House for helping to make this conference possible. We also want to take a moment to thank all members of our team, the wonderful organizing committee, the program committee, the helpers on the lounge, our chat platform, Zoom hosts, chairs, and artists for contributing to make this event accessible, diverse, and inclusive. Accessibility has been at the center of our design decisions. As attendees, you will see this in many instances of the conference. As presenters and tutors, you have already contributed to accessibility by making a valuable effort with your slides, materials, and talks. We are very grateful for that. We want to thank all of you for your contributions both to the conference and to the R community. It is clear for all of us that it's not possible to organize this kind of conference without that kind of support. Now I'll leave you with Heather, who will introduce a short video about our R community and continue with a couple of announcements.
Thank you, Dorothea. Hello, everyone. I'm Heather Turner. I'm a research software engineer at the University of Warwick, and I'm representing the R Foundation as one of the global coordinators of Use R. I'd like to share with you a video with some familiar faces from our global community.
This year, User 2021 is a remote conference. We have worked hard with a diverse team so that you can enjoy this global experience. Being completely virtual and global allows us to be more accessible in many aspects, and we strive to harness that potential. It also allows us to reimagine what an AIR conference can offer to people participating from all corners of the world with a diversity of knowledge, disciplines, and experience. We had the beautiful challenge to design a space where you can learn, get challenged, be entertained, connect with other AIR users, but also have fun and relax. We hope to meet you during these 5 days, always remembering that we sound different, but we all speak the same language. Switzerland.
Wir tönen alle unterschiedlich, aber wir reden die gleiche Sprache. R.
Ivory Coast.
Nous semblons tous différents, mais nous parlons la même langue, R.
México.
Sonamos diferente, pero todos hablamos el mismo idioma, R.
England,
We sound different, but we speak the same language. R.
Algeria,
نختلفوا فيه فايز بصح كاع نهضروا لغة واحدة الآغ.
Brasil,
Somos diferentes, porém falamos a mesma linguagem. R.
Switzerland,
Suoniamo tutti diversi ma parliamo tutti la stessa lingua. R.
Kenya,
Sio sound be different, lakini sote tunazungumza lugha moja. R.
India,
हम अलग अलग ध्वनि करते हैं लेकिन हम एक ही भाषा बोलते हैं आर।
Argentina,
Sonamos diferente, pero todos hablamos el mismo lenguaje. R.
تونس،
احنا مختلفين برشا في لهجتنا اما نحكيو نفس اللغة اخ.
Switzerland,
Wir klingen alle unterschiedlich, aber wir reden alle die gleiche Sprache. R.
welcome our user to the 2021 Global Conference.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Makes me feel a bit emotional seeing all those people from around the world. Before we go on, we have a few announcements to make. First of all, please remember that all the spaces of the conference are bound by our code of conduct. We are committed to building a safe and inclusive space. Second, we want to remind folks about the hashtag we are using on social media. If you are on Twitter, the hashtag is #UseR2021. Please feel free to tag us as you send out tweets about our events. Third, during the week, we will be posting a link to our diversity survey. It will be anonymous, and our aim is to get to know a little bit more about the composition of our community. We will share a second form, this time to nominate people that make a difference in your local art community. We would like to celebrate together the everyday efforts of the people that make our community special. And last but not least, we will have early career awards for outstanding presentations, regular talks, and elevator pitches given by students and postdocs. If you are an early career researcher, you will receive an email from us very soon. But if you don't see our email by Tuesday, please feel free to contact our program committee. We will share the results of both surveys and the winners of the awards in the closing ceremony at the end of the week. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is the welcoming ceremony, the start of our conference, and we would like to tell you how this all came together.
Yeah, hi, my name is Matt. I'm also a global coordinator for UseArt 2021. And yeah, I would like to give you some context, some history about how this all came together. As you may know, the conference was originally scheduled to be in Zurich, Switzerland. Yeah, so it all started back in 2019 on the way to UseArt 2019 in Toulouse, southern France. And you know, when you travel France, you have to go through Paris. And our keynote speaker in this instance of UseArt, Achim, he inspired us, he encouraged us who live in Europe to go by train to UseArt. So everybody met on the train to Paris. That was, we met in Paris, we strolled around Paris, had a club sandwich, met people. It really gained traction going to UseArt. And there was such a good vibe that the German-speaking community all of a sudden realized UseArt had never been in Zurich, which is kind of striking because of the long tradition, long history that Zurich and R have together with core members, our foundation member, But also more recently, the our user group in Zurich is very strong, and people like Dorothea and Rachel, who are also on this team, they really helped to grow this community tremendously. And once we came back from Toulouse, the idea of having UseR in Zurich was a seed that grew pretty well with these ladies planting it in the community. And we ended up as a city or as a community of R in Zurich to pitch our UseR in Zurich, and eventually won the pitch. But as you know, the world had other plans, and so we saw all this uncertainty all going on, and not being able to tell how a conference with a lot of international travel would look like. So we decided to go virtual and go global. And this is how UseR became a global initiative. We really thought we wanted to, we wanted to put the advantages, we wanted to leverage the advantages of going online, like being inclusive, like enabling people from parts of the world that couldn't have attended otherwise. They could make UseR, but not also only regional inclusiveness, also including people from the community of people with low vision and blind people. And all of this became the motto, the mission for UseR, and make good use of the opportunity of being online. And yeah, I think this is how we became a global initiative, and this is where we are today. And this is the little story about the Zurich approach went global. Yeah. So now that you know our history and our inspiration, we are going to dig into the details of a virtual conference. And Rachel, whom I mentioned before, she had the chance to talk to Elio and Liz before the session to ask some of her questions. And yeah, this is another video that we will see now.
So hello everyone, I am here with Elio and Liz, who have been working in the technology team of this year's UseR. And we will talk about the conference platform that we will all be using in the upcoming days. So thanks a lot, the two of you, for taking the time to chat with me. And let's start right away with the first question. So Elio, you, meaning the technology team, decided against an all-in-one platform or conference tool. So how come, and what was the main argument against such a tool?
Well, we didn't really decide against such a platform explicitly, really. It was just like we looked around and analyzed some of the options, and we found them lacking in many respects or aspects that were important for us. For instance, we wanted to have as if possible, to have an open source platform, because we are all about open source. So if we needed to practice what we preach. And also we wanted to have something that was very light on resources such as bandwidth and RAM, and because of accessibility concerns about everyone being able to access the conference, no matter their internet access or computer or having a beefy computer. And also very important for us was that it was accessible for blind and visually impaired users. So, and finally, we wanted to have a setup that was easy to implement for other conferences. So we made all this work. We spent all this manpower to implement this platform. So if any other conference, especially small conference, wants to implement it, we wanted to have all that groundwork already there. So eventually we settled on the launch as basically the best alternative for the touch and for the chat. It was open source. It was very easy to set up. It was easy on the eyes, so it looked really good. It's usable both in desktop and mobile, and it has a very strong emphasis on accessibility. So as soon as we looked at it, we saw all the love and effort that went into creating and having an accessible user interface. And the whole setup really can be run on a cheap cloud service and scales really well. So it really ticked all our boxes.
Nice. So Liz, can you tell us a bit more on how you ensured the accessibility?
Sure, I'm going to talk specifically about accessibility for people with disabilities because Elio has described the other kinds of accessibility really well. We wanted to make sure that in our platform, people using screen reading software would be able to participate in the chat and to follow links that are presented to content and things like that. We also didn't find that a lot of other platforms like Slack were robust to being able to follow links and participate easily. As always, accessibility won't be perfect. It's always a path involving learning. And so we really hope that the people who attend will give us feedback on how we can continue to improve this in future years.
Definitely. Thank you. What are or is, in your opinion, Elio, maybe the best feature of the lounge?
The best feature. I think I really like the clean UI, that it's really like all about the content and really gets out of your way. And I really like that you can do stuff both with the keyboard, with keyboard shortcuts or commands, but also with the mouse. If you don't know the shortcuts or you didn't memorize all the IRC commands, then you can just click around and find your way. So I think that's really great.
Okay. And what about
talking about commands? Elio has programmed the Marbot. You might know that the mascot for this conference is the marmot, which is a little mammal. And the Marbot is a bot who will interact with you in the lounge. And Elio has customized it for our community so that you can enter commands like schedule to find out what's going on now or soon. You can set individual things about your profile, like your nickname and pronouns. And you can message people, including starting video calls with Jitsi.
Awesome. So talking about the Marbot again, I think, so if somebody gets stuck, where can they find help?
We made a lot of effort into making sure that the platform is as accessible for new users as possible. So there's a ton of ways to get help, and one of them is simply the /help command, which uses the Marbot. So if you type help, the Marbot will send you a bunch of helpful tips and instructions to guide you. And if you're a first timer and you ended up there and you don't know where to start, you can also type /tutorial. And the Marbot will guide you on a step-by-step process to customize your profile and getting your feet wet in the platform. And of course, if everything else fails, we have actual flesh and bone human helpers that you can contact anytime. And those are the marmots instead of Marbot.
Nice. Everything's taken care of. So Liz, the question maybe for you. So in an in-person conference, it's very straightforward to just stay in the room and catch up with the speaker after their talk, right? So what can be done to keep this discussion alive after talk?
Well, each talk or keynote or other event will have its own channel, so that if you are participating in a discussion during the talk, you can stay there afterwards. The presenter can stay there afterwards. People could plan to meet there even later if they wanted to continue the discussion at another time. So we hope we've provided a lot of ways for people to hang out.
Perfect. You just mentioned channels. Elio, can every participant create a channel during the conference?
Yes. So in-person conferences, you can create your own channels anytime by just going to any corner and calling people to join you and start talking. So we wanted to preserve that kind of freedom. So of course, anyone can create their own channel and invite people in. So, but we realized that having too many channels can be overwhelming. So we decided to signpost which are the official channels, so that you need to pay attention to, and which are the community-created channels that maybe have nothing to do with the content of the conference. So any official channels will start with a pound sign or a hashtag, and user-created channels start with 2 pound signs. So, and this is an idea we took from the Freenode network. And so if you're bored and you want to talk about, I don't know, cats, then you can create your own channel by just joining pound cats, and then invite people over to talk about their cats and what are they doing right now.
Great to know. Liz, is there a way to actually have a face-to-face or call kind of interaction instead of just chatting and writing each other?
Yes, one of the Marbot's commands is Jitsi, and that will allow you to invite people to a video conversation.
Cool, yeah, perfect. Good to know. So, hey, thank you so much for your insights and for setting up this platform for us. I'm really looking forward. Bye.
Thank you very much.
So, hello everyone. I am here. So we are really happy about the launch and our team behind it. For those of you who have not yet logged into the launch, your username is your username from ConfTool, and the password for the launch is your ConfTool user ID. So not the password from the launch, from ConfTool, sorry. Please also remember that you can only join a maximum of 20 channels at the same time. These are the channels appearing on the left side of the launch. We would also like to ask you to change your nickname in the launch using the command \nick, preferably to first name _ last name or something other that is identifiable. We would really love to know who we are chatting with. Now we want to take a moment to explain how the schedule is going to work. USAR 2021 went global and online. This had obviously some effect on the schedule of the conference. Therefore, I'd like to give you a brief introduction to the schedule, explain where you will find all the relevant information, and give you some of my personal highlights. In an attempt to give all our participants the possibility to watch parts live without having to skip on sleep, we decided to offer a program with every day focusing on a different time zone. Monday is focused on Pacific Daylight Time, Tuesday on Central European Summer Time, Thursday on Australian Western Standard Time, and Friday on Eastern Daylight Time. On Wednesday, you can either have a break day to recover some sleep, you can catch up on material you might have missed, or you can network, or if you signed up for one or more of our tutorials, you can learn something new and exciting. In addition to regular talks and keynotes, which are the backbone of each user conference, we will also enjoy elevator pitches, which will replace the usual poster presentations, as well as panels and incubators. We will have 2 elevator pitch sessions, one on Monday and one on Tuesday. During these sessions, you will hear short 4 to 5 minute presentations or read through the provided short technical notes and interact with the presenters on the lounge. Then we have scheduled a panel and incubator session on each of the conference days. Those are 60 minutes discussions about specific and very exciting topics that are relevant to our R community. The full schedule can be found on the conference website and on ConfTool. The program on the website allows you to copy the events into your private calendar, which is very useful if you do not want to miss anything. Each of the sessions in the schedule has a dedicated channel on the lounge. This is also where you will find the links to go to the Zoom sessions or the webinars. All the discussion during and after the contributions will happen on the lounge too, so not in the webinar or in the Zoom sessions. I now have the pleasure of sharing some highlights of UseR 2021 to look forward to. With all the great stuff that will happen in the following days, it is really hard to choose. This year, we will have a couple of joint keynotes. These are a bit longer, about 90 minutes. On Monday, we will have the opportunity to listen to 4 speakers talking about tools and technologies for supporting algorithm fairness and inclusion. Achim Zeileis, Dorothy Gordon, Christian Lam, and Jonathan Godfrey. Then on Friday, Catherine Gicheru and Catherine Hayhoe will share their thoughts on communication, how to elevate data analysis to make a real impact. I have high expectations for the other 6 keynotes too. Edza Pebesma about R spatials, Meenakshi Kushwaha about air quality analysis, Metadocencia about teaching, Pearl Morel about R graphics, Heidi Seibold about research software engineering, and Jerome Ohms about the R universe. Because of the schedule focusing on different time zones, you should be able to listen to at least some of those live wherever you're located. The scheduled incubators are definitely among my favorites. During these sessions, participants from all over the world and with very diverse backgrounds and experiences will meet and build something, such as international R communities or products to solve a particular problem with open source software solutions. For example, we have some focusing on Asia and Middle Eastern and North African communities, or others that focus on research software engineering and conference building tools. In addition to all those amazing contributions, we also have a great social program. You will be able to interact with and meet new people in a fun way. Then on Wednesday, we will all be able to watch the movie Coded Bias by Shalini Kantaya and discuss our thoughts in the dedicated channel on the lounge. So you see, there's quite a lot to look forward to at UseR 2021. Welcome aboard and enjoy. UseR 2021 went global and online. This had obviously some effect.
One of the most important parts of any conference is networking. We have created several channels and opportunities for you to meet new people, people with the same interests as you, people who speak the same language as you, or perhaps just random people who also use R in their day-to-day work. This video might help you to understand how to use our platform to meet and talk to new people. Enjoy.
So hello, I am here with Marcela, who has been in charge of the social events of this year's UseR. And we will talk about how we expect our participants to interact and maybe meet new people. So thanks a lot, Marcela, for taking the time to chat with me. And without losing any time, I'll just jump to the first question. So we will not be able to interact and network as in the same way as in an in-person conference. what kind of events are planned to get participants to still network or simply meet new people?
So first of all, hi, and thank you for the opportunity. As Elio explained before, the most important parts are the channels and the lounge. These are the place where you can go and talk to people. But apart from that, we have different activities to give you the chance to interact with and meet new people. Before the conference starts, we have an activity called My First Use R, designed for newcomers. And during the week, the conference week, we'll have Mix R, Recharge, Trivia, Art Gallery, and a movie day.
So cool. So you just mentioned also this My First User session. Can you explain a bit more?
Sure. It's going to be a pre-conference session, and it's an introduction on how to engage with the wider R community. If this is your first time in a user conference, either online or in person, you might not know well the community. So this session will be an opportunity to meet new people that are also new to the community, but also we will have an interactive and open discussion with a couple of guests who will describe their experience and remembering their first use R. And they will also give a couple of tips on how to network during the conference, which is very important. And after these two events that are during Sunday, we will have an open channel exclusively for new people, where, if you are new and you don't feel so comfortable like posing questions on the lounge, you can use this channel to have friendly faces and voices.
Great. There's also some community events planned. What will happen during these events, and are they moderated?
Right. More than specific events, we will have active channels. So we have an Our Ladies channel, MIR or Minorities in R channel, an Africa R channel, Latin R channel, our users from Asia, and our users MENA, Middle East and North Africa. So you can choose if you want to have a conversation with any of these communities. These all will be active during the whole conference, but we will also have two specific community events. One organized by the Minorities in Our group. It's their community meeting during the conference on Monday, and then another one, a similar one for Our Ladies on Tuesday. These are a set time and place to go and talk to the members of these communities, but you also have the chance, if you cannot attend these activities, you can also have the chance to just join the channel and start a conversation in there.
Cool. Thank you. How would you, in general, describe the social events of this year? Will they be very engaging or?
We hope so. So some of them were planned for you to take just a break and not so much to talk. We have a recharge session every day, well, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And this is a stretching session or a yoga session that you can follow with our instructor, Dana. These are not so much to talk or to meet new people, but just to take a break from the whole online experience. But also the other activities such as art gallery or mix art or trivia, these are specifically designed for you to meet new people because it will give you the chance to interact. For trivia, you need a team, so this is an opportunity to meet and work with new people. For the art gallery, we will interview our artists, and we can continue the conversation in the lounge. And for Mix Art, we will have raffles and a couple of challenges for people who want to win prizes.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm very excited. But spontaneous encounters in such an online format just sound very difficult. Do you see a potential for a platform, an event, where it's still possible to just randomly bump into interesting people?
You're describing the lounge, but if the idea of bumping into, random people in the lounge scares you a bit, you can also choose to use the channels with smaller communities. So we want to offer you the opportunity to, go to the general channel, the lounge, or a very specific one that will respond to a community that you already belong or a community that you want to engage during the conference.
Great. So thanks a lot again for talking to me, and I'm really looking forward to interact with you in the lounge. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much for staying with us during this welcome session. In the next 15 minutes, we are going to be on a Q&A navigation channel in the lounge. I know people are having problems to connect, so don't be too concerned about this. Try to connect. I think once you're in, that might be something that helps. Just stay in. It keeps reconnecting you. We are working on the problem backstage, so to say. But don't stress out. We will share the links also in here. I think we could do that for the next new to use our session, even though I know it's only after the CEST event later tonight. If we continue to have connection problems, we will also find other ways like email to share the links if necessary. Nevertheless, I encourage you to give it another try and join us for the Q&A in the lounge right now. And yeah, that's it for us. Thanks for being with us for this welcome session, and see you around UseR, and enjoy the conference.